Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Prehistoric Squared. And today we're gonna be terraforming for most of the path, I think. Because I'm not really satisfied with the stuff I have in both of this enclosure, and I do want to change the path once again. Before we start doing the new stuff, we need to remove all of the old stuff. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? I've cleared up all of the vegetation in this one and also on the Ceratosaurus ones. Well, not all of the grass there, but you get what I mean. So what I'm thinking is, for the path, let's just do the path first and then this one later, because this is much more simpler. At first I wanted to make it like more natural, you just curve it a little bit, curve a little bit there and here and there. But I feel like that is not the vibe that we're going for in this series. So I'm just gonna keep it like this, straight 45 degree. But I want to have more texture on this. If you have seen my headquarters, I have the smooth stone slab and also the cobblestone. So I'm thinking we use that color palette in all of the path here. As you can see here, I've added just a little bit of texture here, and it is much better than this area already. Just a little fiddling here and there, but this should look much better than just the old plain one. And I will do this all across the path, but it will take a little bit of time. So let's do that. So I've textured the small roads, but for this big one I'm thinking maybe we could do something different. Mainly two things, but kind of three things that I'm thinking about. First is a pattern that we can make in this area, so it's still open but there's some textures, there's something going on. So the second thing, and also the third thing, is a statue. If you see my plan here, I have like a Diplodocus statue there, but since we're going to make a mountain kinda around there, I don't think we're gonna go through with the Diplodocus plan. And also, since it's a square, I'm thinking maybe Stegosaurus versus Allosaurus. Maybe that, I'm not really sure. For this kind of path, I'm also thinking instead of having torches everywhere, maybe we have some kind of lamp. For the main thing that we have to do this episode is fixing these. It's kind of hard to fix this rather than that, because as you can see here, we have quite a lot of animals here, maybe more than 10. Few small ones, a lot of big ones. Okay, so I think we have like 2 to 3 steps of things that we can do here to improve this. First, the terrain itself. So we have to tidy this up, get some texture in the side of the river and in the forest also. And then we have to do the big vegetations, like the trees, and then the last one is the foliage. And that's the 3 steps. So for this area, I'm thinking, since we have the viewing area here and the viewing area there, we should avoid those areas for the trees. And I'm thinking, since they have these color schemes like light, maybe the birch forest would fit a lot more than the oak forest. Since this animal is very tall, I'm thinking the birch forest should be elevated. So let me see if I can demonstrate. Okay, so to make the tall birch tree, I'm thinking so we get some logs in first and then some dirt, birch sapling there, and then we use the bone meal. Bam. And then we can remove the dirt. I don't know if this will work. This is my first time doing this. But yeah, something kind of like that. Maybe a little bit shorter, but I think that would work. Yeah. But there is something I need to do for this episode. Since we're going to build the mountain, I think we should probably get ourselves some more clay. More of the terracotta stuff. So that's why I've got my smelter here, a new smeltery. That's something I'm gonna do in the background. Okay, for the vegetation, the Ceratosaurus one, I already told you guys about that in the episode. There's some. Oh wait, wrong one. Before we start planting the trees, we just plant the stumps. Plan where the stumps will go. Maybe that would be a good choice. I'm not planning to make the forest all the way go all the way down, but just like a forest edge here. That would look quite cool, I think. We need to keep it spaced so the big diplodocuses can still go in and out. Okay, so this is the plan that we have. So some concentrated trees in the back area, but some lone trees in this area, just more open in the area that we can see. I think we have to thin out some of the trees there, but anyway, we're gonna need to do it in a time lapse. Okay, so turns out I didn't really need to have more saplings or bone meal or birch logs, and I think it looks kind of cool, yeah. Because the trees are taller, they kind of fit with them. And also when I put, I think I put one normal trees down, and then somebody ate it just like immediately because they're hungry, I guess. For texturing, I think I'm just gonna do it with the foliage. The texture, I think we don't really need quite a lot on this one. Just a few coarse dirt here and there. May change the river, I think. Get some more edge blocks there, and then yeah, I think we can add the vegetation, and we would be done. Oh, and this one maybe we can have like, okay, no, not like that. Maybe have it like this. We won't add any leaves because they're just gonna eat it. Yeah, we can have a few of these being chopped off, because they're big animals, just like elephants. They probably knock some trees down, and this one will go through there. Yeah, that's quite lively. Tall bended tails we're gonna have along the river as usual. Psychonopterus, I wanted them to be more in this wooded area here. So there's more in this kind of area. I like seeing them among the ferns. Zamites a little bit here and there also too. And to top it off, we can get those ferns inside here. They're gonna be what a lot of the diplodocus are eating, other than the stuff in the feeders. So let's get those inside of here. Okay, so for these we can just put them under each trees, because I don't know how connected these canopies are. I'm guessing not too connected, since we put them sparsely and not everywhere like before. And that should be it for our diplodocus enclosure, I think. We'll just need to see. We just need to let these ferns grow. For the Ceratosaurus enclosure, since I already go through step by step for the diplodocus enclosure, and you guys already know what I'm gonna do with it from the Ceratosaurus episode, I'm just gonna go on my own, do it on my own time. So as you guys can see here, we're done with making the enclosure here. We have the Ceratosaurus there. We've got some trees up there, and also the diplodocus. We've got some trees there, some logs on the ground, and also a bridge there. So let me show you guys what I've done. So the bridge here is because I think the they want to be able to cross this, and unlike the Ceratosaurus where they don't really need to go across the river, I think the Diplodocus would benefit from doing something like this. For the Ceratosaurus, since they're a carnivore and not an herbivore, I gave them all more effort on the foliage. We've got taller trees here, some short trees there, some shrubs. We've got some grass here and there. I've got fern on here also. And I think this looks much better than the other. Than when we first started the enclosure, since we have now some coarse dirt, some grass paths, some puzzle to decorate the area also. And I think it's about time we go ahead and do the main thing for this episode, the mountain. If you watch my Ceratosaurus episode, you may know that I want to make like a mountain range here. Maybe connecting that through that. Maybe, yeah. So maybe from that to that. And wait a minute. For the desert area, I think it's gonna be this area here. So we connect that mountain to here, at least a valley, or maybe we do need like a mountain there. So yeah, I think we're gonna connect the mountain there around here and then to there again. So there's these two area for the two dinosaurs. First thing first though, we're gonna need to make like a framework. So I watched a video on terraforming, right? The guy said when building a mountain you should since it's such a huge work, you should make it as a side project. And I think, seeing how big of a mountain that we have to make here, just kinda this area here, I think, yeah, we're gonna make the mountain in the background. I'm just gonna make like a framework for it here, so that's what I'm gonna do. Welcome back to the next podcast. I know it's been a while, but I just didn't have anything to say till now. But now that I have, let's just talk a little bit. So in this episode we're doing quite a lot of terraforming, and it's just something that I'm not comfortable with. I'm not really used to terraforming and building quite a lot of stuff like this. But that is one way to grow, to go out of your comfort zone. And I know that I said that this mountain is probably just gonna be a side project, but I just can't help myself, and I just went with the flow and made like half of the mountain done. Here, I only did like half of the mountainside, and that's because the other half is the desert part. And the desert part, I want to do it in a separate episode and not in this one. And the detail will come later on. For the Ceratosaurus one, it's really not that different, but I'll show you anyway in a little time lapse after this. There we go. And I'll see you guys back in the episode. Bye. So if you guys have seen the new headquarters, I have quite a lot of change there, and one of the things that I realized I really like about the new headquarters is how much I've changed it, and how it ties down to the build together. And I think in this area we haven't done anything like that. So for the middle here, earlier I said that we have like two choices, kind of three, but there's nothing that says that we cannot choose both of them. I mean the pattern and the statue. So since I'm not sure what the statue will be like, I think we're gonna change the pattern here and remove this sear tank here, because as you can see here, I've already got quite a lot of terracotta and also red sand, so I think we can retire this. For the pattern, I think some granite would be nice, maybe either a diorite or these guys, the chiseled stone. I think I want to give this like a little board first of the stone bricks. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or maybe 6. there's like a 6 block of stone bricks there, 6 block of stone bricks there. That would be quite nice. So for the pattern itself, I'm not really sure what exactly that we're going to do, but I think we can get something quite good out of this. Okay, I think this is quite good. I was planning on using andesite here, but I think with the granite, it's more contrasting with the stone, with different color and all. Yeah, I also like the chiseled stone here because it's a different pattern, this is connected, this is not, and also it breaks up the granite here. Our middle is here, so let me think what we should put in the middle. Maybe this, and then we put some granite again. Maybe something kind of like that. Maybe we change this for the andesite. I might have jumped the gun a little bit here because you remember the little design here. I just kind of expanded it into something quite big. Since it is much bigger, we have more petals, and to make it different, I use a different kind of chiseled blocks here, and because of that, we have like different texture there. Oh wait, oh man, it doesn't show. I think that is it for this episode. Next episode we will be working again on that mountain over there, because for the next episode, if you see the plan, we will be doing the Dryosaurus in this area here. If you like this episode, just like the video. If you want to see more of this with the Dryosaurus and stuff, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell, because I think that would be the best choice if you want to watch more of me. And I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.